The Mercedes-AMG G63 isn't just a luxury SUV, it's a straight-up statement on wheels. From the moment you see that boxy silhouette roll by, you already know what time it is. This ride has a vibe that mixes old-school military toughness with modern, billionaire flex, and somehow it makes that combo look effortless. The G-Class has been around forever, but the G63 specifically takes that legendary DNA and cranks it all the way up with AMG muscle, premium tech, and a road presence that's impossible to ignore. In the US market, where SUVs are basically a lifestyle choice, the G63 sits at the top of the food chain as a symbol of power, success, and zero apologies. At first glance, the design of the Mercedes G63 feels familiar, but that's the whole point. Mercedes didn't try to smooth it out or make it soft like most modern SUVs. They kept the sharp edges, flat panels, upright windshield, and exposed door hinges because that's the G-Wagon's soul. But look closer and you'll see how refined it's become. The AMG Panamericana grille gives it a meaner face.
The LED headlights with signature rings look futuristic,
And the massive wheels fill out the boxy body like a tailored suit. It's rugged, but it's also ridiculously clean, especially in classic colors like white, black, or matte gray that scream luxury. Without trying too hard, under the hood is where the G63 really earns its respect. This beast packs a handcrafted 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 that delivers brutal acceleration and a soundtrack that sounds like thunder on demand. We're talking over 570 horsepower and a ton of torque that hits hard the second you step on it. For a vehicle that looks like it weighs as much as a small building, the G63 moves surprisingly fast. 0 to 60 comes up way quicker than it has any right to. And every launch feels like a reminder that AMG doesn't mess around when it comes to performance. The exhaust crackles, the engine growls, and suddenly you forget you're driving a luxury SUV and not a high-performance muscle car. Driving the G63 on the street is an experience all its own. The seating position is high and commanding, like you're looking down on traffic instead of sitting in it. The steering feels solid and confident, and while you'll still notice the boxy shape and tight turns, Mercedes has done a crazy good job making it feel planted and controlled. Adaptive suspension helps smooth out rough roads, and the ride quality is way more comfortable than older G-Wagons ever were. You can cruise through the city, hit the highway, or roll into a fancy valet line, and the G63 feels right at home in all of it. Step inside and the interior instantly lets you know where the money went. This isn't some bare-bones off-road truck anymore. The cabin is wrapped in premium leather, carbon fiber or wood trim, metal accents, and ambient lighting that can be customized to match your mood. The dual widescreen displays stretch across the dash, blending the digital instrument, cluster, and infotainment system into one sleek setup. Everything feels solid, expensive, and well thought out. From the click of the air vents to the weight of the door handles, the G63 interior gives you that this costs a lot for a reason feeling. The tech in the Mercedes G63 is straight modern luxury. You get the latest MBUX infotainment system with voice control, navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and all the connectivity you'd expect in a high-end SUV. The sound system, especially with the Burmester upgrade, turns the cabin into a rolling concert hall. Whether you're blasting hip-hop, classic rock, or chill playlists, the audio hits clean and deep. Driver assistance features like adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, and parking aids make daily driving easier. Even though this thing is still a big, bold machine, one of the wildest things about the G63 is how it balances luxury with real off-road capability. This isn't just a mall crawler pretending to be tough. The G-Wagon has legit off-road hardware, including 3 locking differentials, a low-range transfer case, and a ladder-frame chassis that can take serious abuse. You could drive this thing straight from a high-end dealership to a rocky trail and it wouldn't flinch. Most owners probably won't push it to its limits, but knowing it can handle dirt, sand, mud, and snow just adds to the appeal. It's luxury with backup plans. In the US, the Mercedes G63 has become more than just a vehicle. It's a cultural icon. You see it in music videos, celebrity garages, social media posts, and luxury neighborhoods. Rappers, athletes, actors, and influencers all rock the G63 because it sends a clear message. Success achieved, status confirmed. It's flashy without being overly futuristic, aggressive without being cartoonish, and classy without feeling boring. That balance is hard to pull off, but the G63 nails it. Fuel economy isn't exactly the selling point here, and nobody buying a G63 is pretending otherwise. The V8 drinks premium gas like it's part of the lifestyle, but that's the trade-off for performance and presence. This SUV is about emotion, sound, power, and image. It's for people who want to feel something every time they hit the start button. The rumble alone is worth it for many owners, especially in a world where engines are getting quieter and more restrained. Customization is another big part of the G63 experience. Mercedes offers a wide range of options, from interior colors and trims to wheel designs and exterior finishes. You can keep it classy and subtle or go full wild with bold colors, carbon packages, and unique details. On top of that, the aftermarket scene for G-Wagons is huge. From Brabus and Mansory builds to lifted off-road setups and custom wraps, the G63 is a blank canvas for anyone who wants to stand out even more. Safety is also a major strength of the Mercedes G63. The solid build quality, advanced safety tech, and strong crash protection give drivers confidence whether they're navigating city traffic or cruising. On long road trips, Mercedes has packed the G63 with intelligent systems designed to prevent accidents and protect passengers, which is exactly what you want in a vehicle that carries both power and weight. It's a tank, but it's a smart one. When it comes to resale value, the G63 is in a league of its own. These SUVs hold their value extremely well, especially compared to other luxury vehicles. Limited production, strong demand, and the G-Class's iconic status all contribute to prices staying high even years down the line. For buyers who see cars as both passion and investment, the G63 makes a lot of sense. It's not cheap up front, but it doesn't fall apart financially the way some luxury rides do. Living with a G63 daily is surprisingly manageable. Yes, it's wide, tall, and boxy, but modern parking aids, cameras, and sensors make it easier to handle than you'd expect. The visibility is excellent thanks to the upright design, and the cabin feels airy and open. Whether you're running errands, commuting, or taking a road trip, the G63 adapts without losing its personality. It always feels special, even during regular drives. The sound of the AMG exhaust deserves its own respect. Cold starts are loud, aggressive, and impossible to ignore. When you put your foot down, the V8 roars in a way that reminds you why gas engines still matter. It's raw but refined, aggressive but controlled. For car lovers, that sound alone can justify the G63's existence in an era moving toward electrification compared to competitors like the Range Rover SV or Lamborghini Urus. The G63 plays a different game. It's not trying to be sleek or sporty in a traditional sense. Instead, it leans into its heritage and confidence. Where others chase curves and futuristic designs, the G63 stands firm with its boxy look and dares you to question it. That confidence is a huge part of its charm and why it continues to dominate the luxury SUV conversation. The Mercedes G63 also represents the evolution of the G-Class as a whole. What started as a utilitarian vehicle has grown into one of the most recognizable luxury SUVs on the planet without losing its original identity. That's not easy to do. Mercedes managed to modernize it without watering it down, which is why fans remain loyal decade after decade. For American buyers, the G63 fits perfectly into the culture of big vehicles, road trips, and personal expression. It's bold enough for Texas highways, flashy enough for Miami streets, and classy enough for Beverly Hills. Wherever you take it, it doesn't feel out of place. It commands respect in every setting, from city nightlife to mountain cabins. At the end of the day, the Mercedes-AMG G63 is about more than specs or features. It's about how it makes you feel. It's about turning heads without asking for attention, about enjoying power with comfort, and about owning something that feels timeless in a fast-changing automotive world. The G63 doesn't chase trends. It sets its own lane and stays there. Confident and unbothered, that's why the G63 continues to be one of the most desired luxury SUVs in the USA. It blends performance, luxury, history, and attitude into one unmistakable package. It's not for everyone, and that's exactly why it works. If you want something safe and predictable, look elsewhere. But if you want an SUV that feels legendary every time you drive it, the Mercedes G63 delivers that energy every single mile.